Hello and welcome back to the 2022 CCR Open, fueled by Great Lakes Discs. We are here for the FPO final round back nine coverage at Holt, Michigan and Burchfield Park. My name is Nick Hanson. Alongside me is Jessica Oleskie. Jessica, what are you looking for on this back nine?
I'm hoping for a bunch of birdies from this lead card.
And hopefully a couple out of yourself as we look at our card for the final nine. Christine at 7 under, yourself at 3 over par, Ashley at 5 over, and Diana at 8 over par. This is a look at our leaderboard going into the final nine. I think if Christina continues her trend, she's going to have an A-tier win after this 9 holes.
Agreed. Moving on to hole 10, which is a 297 par 3. Some people go the straight shot. Other ones will go around the outside of those trees, like the hyzer. There is OB on that road all along that outside.
Oh no.
Christine, unfortunately, turning it over out of the hand there. I would say that's something we haven't seen her do much this weekend.
Honestly, that's her first error, I would honestly say, on coverage. I'm going with my MVP wave. With the wind, I chose to go up a little bit straighter, and I got caught up in those guardian trees.
Ashleh Baumann here next. Going with the higher, wider hyzer. And she's going to get caught up by those trees as well. Probably land in circle 2. Diana Moore next. Going with that lefty route that if you can get it off the tee well, it's a little more open, but still a tough shot.
The wind definitely started to swirl the more the round went on. You could see even with that the wind just completely shut it down for her.
Yeah, it got about halfway through the flight and kind of just dropped out of the air, it looked like. Ashley throwing just an up to get in there through the trees. Diana giving it a half bid there. And yourself here from just outside the circle for birdie.
So confident on that putt, and it just dropped down a little low and didn't capitalize on that birdie.
Christine is in for her bogey, but good to get up and down after going out of bounds off the tee shot. We have Ashley here for her par. You're going to tap in par as well. What are you putting with from MVP?
I putt with the Cosmic, actually Adams. I just switched from Streamline Pilots, and I've been loving the Adams. It's a shallow flight of it. Moving on to hole 11. It's the hardest hole on the course. There's OB both on the left and right side. Placement shot after placement shot to get up to about the circle to have a putt at it for a par 4. 733 feet, although it plays much farther because it does go gradually uphill at the end.
Yourself leading us off here. It's a good shot. It is fading out a little bit, but you'll be in a good spot to get down the fairway for your second. We have Ashley up next. Going with the higher shot, and it seems to be fading out a little early. And she's going to push that OB over there. We have Diana up next. Shape's a little bit better for the lefty, I would say, but still a very tough hole.
I definitely think the off the tee is definitely more for a lefty, but then the next shot ends up being a little bit more tenacious for them.
Christine here, turning it the entire time out of the hand. She's going to push that OB on the right side of the fairway, but she'll get down past that first grouping of trees.
She definitely got some great distance on that throw.
And Ashleh, unfortunately, behind this tree, has to go to a knee. But she's going to get some good distance there to continue down the hole. A great pull as well for your second shot to put you in a good landing zone to get up and down for your par.
That is definitely my key on here is placement in the fairway.
Christine with the big turn over there to try and get as much distance down the fairway. She's going to
And
start
she
to...
absolutely capitalizes on that.
Yeah, it was fading out and everything. Clipped a little bit of trees, so she could have even got a little more distance there. Oh, that was going to be so good. It was starting to turn right for her, but just caught that last limb.
She had a good amount of power on it too. It was just slightly off on that left side. Diana making it up to inside circle, it looks like.
So she's going to be putting for par from up there. Yourself going with the sidearm approach, and that looks great. You'll be what, circle 1, maybe 15 feet for par?
Yes. Ashleh with another great forehand approach as well.
Christine's approach, also making it inside the circle.
Christine and her patent pending standstills are impeccable. Oh, just a little low. But it was a good run.
Christine going through her routine for par. Here you are, just outside the bullseye, it looks like. Another par for you. For the most part today, you've kept a very clean scorecard, and if you can continue to do that, I think you'll be able to lock down second place.
I'm definitely trying for it. Missed a couple birdie opportunities, but overall keeping it pretty consistent. Diana tapping out for her bogey. And moving on to hole 12, another tighter fairway. OB to the right-hand side, very tight. A straight to hyzer to get around these guardian trees and up to this beautiful, slightly elevated green. This is a par 3, 269 feet. I'm throwing my Fission Crave, and it honestly just sneaks out early and hits those guardian trees.
Left yourself inside circle 2. Is that a putt you think you'll run normally?
I shouldn't. This green there's so many potential chances for rollaways, although if my putting felt on, I don't blame someone. But realistically, you would think that the disc would want to sit like right by those rocks, but realistically it just kind of pops it up and sends it sailing. Ashleh, a little inside, but it gets... Oh!
That was so close. Hits that last tree, kicks back a little bit, but she should still be inside the circle for birdie.
Absolutely. That had some power on it.
Diana going with a turnover here. Looks to be fading out just a little early, unfortunately. She'll be in circle 2. Oh, most definitely running it and gave it a good run at that.
I did.
Oh.
Ooh.
Diana
that one
also
did
running
sit
it.
for her.
Here's Christine, what looks like about circle's edge.
Way to capitalize on that birdie.
She's in for birdie, and that gets her back to even on the round.
That was a really great putt. Ashleh here with this tree, it's actually a little bit more guarded than it looks.
And she's in for her birdie as well. Good bounce back for her after the last hole and getting a bogey there.
I agree.
Here you are to tap in for par.
I was actually kind of lucky because that tree branch saved me from rolling any farther.
It would have sat either way.
Love that.
And Diana from a little closer there. Going to tap in for hers. 2 birdies, 2 pars.
On to hole 13. This one has OB on the right side, left side OB bunkers on both left and right side. It is a placement shot to about here in the gap, trying to get up to the green that also has a bunker on there for a potential chance at your birdie for this par 4 of a 414-foot hole.
Christine laces one and almost too far, it looks like, getting to that backside of the fairway.
I think the drive on this hole is the most crucial. That set her up for success on that hole. That was a great drive from Ashleh.
Yeah, she did exactly that, and she made sure her first drive was perfect almost.
I came so on top of that, and it cut rolled into the OB bunker.
Diana here, also going to be low out of the hand. But it looks like hers is going to come up just short of that OB. Playing a smart shot and just pitching it to that mouth.
That had a good extension as well. Myself was just trying to play a safe shot, kind of turned it inside a little bit and got caught up by that bush.
Ashleh here going with that skip into this green, leaving it a little short, but still probably inside the circle for her birdie putt. It's tough for the right-hand backhand player coming into this green because if you get past the basket, you have that little OB section that can really just, take away your birdie when you're still inside the circle.
I'm opting for a forehand. Annie just trying to get it up, turned it in two side. I was actually worried about that bunker that you were just talking about.
Yeah, these small bunkers that they've put out here are well placed to really, make the player think about them on their own shots.
Very strategic who designed this course.
Whew.
You can tell she was hoping that it wasn't either.
Oh, yeah. To run that past and be safe is, that's a little lucky.
That one hurt for me to lay up, but with that bunker, I opted to do
And Sarah just a little low out of the hand. Or Ashley, sorry. A little low out of the hand. And
Diana with a great putt. Great par save.
yeah, from where she started, that was great par save.
Christine in for par.
And Ashley in for par there. And we're going to be on hole 14.
On hole 14, this one's a pretty safe shot, not OB to contend with. It's a par 3, 246 feet, uphill green on the mound.
Christine here first, taking that hyzer route and looking for the skip. Not going to skip a whole ton, but still will be inside circle 2. Ashley up next, electing for the forehand.
That was a beautiful forehand.
It's going to be just at the bottom of that hill inside the circle. Diana up next. Just going to catch that last tree and get knocked down. Probably be just outside the circle. Yourself here, going with the forehand.
Unfortunately, that one, honestly, I did a little bit too straight and too low with the wind, and it just sat down.
Get a good layup there, though, to get your par.
Yes, Christine.
Great birdie putt out of her. She is still just pedal to the metal. No fear on these uphill, outside the circle putts from her. Diana here for her birdie. Oh, and just a little high, but it's going to sit nice. Ashley here. Oh, and off the front rim, kick a little bit left.
These are definitely some uncharacteristic putting concerns with Ashley right now, but her putting is always solid, and she honestly kept her head really into it. It was super good to see her mentality, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right there. She's keeping great composure with some of these shorter missed putts she's had today. And we'll be right back after a short break.
Hole 15 is a par 3, 265 feet. There's OB far left, OB far to the right side, and there's these OB bunkers and deep. Usually the play, I feel, is around the outside, a big hyzer to land it as close to the basket and not OB.
Christine going with just that route. It looked to be getting knocked down fairly fast, though, with the wind. Although the flag doesn't appear there is much wind.
It honestly, there's a lot of like tunnels that go through here. It's very hard to anticipate the wind on this course, I feel. It just comes when it comes. Oh, she got saved by the rock from the OB.
Diana going to stay safe there inside circle 2. yourself lining up the hyzer, it looks like.
I opted for a fairway driver, a Volt on this one, and I almost went deep.
It's going to push towards that deep bunker, but you'll be inside the circle for your birdie putt. Ashley up here, also lining up the hyzer. Oh, and unfortunately, she's going to get caught up in that tree there. Just kind of have a weird approach. Giving it a bid.
Woo!
Wow. Gutsy play from back there.
That was a full commitment.
Diana running hers. You from just inside the circle for birdie.
And I didn't give it a shot. Great putt from Ashley.
That is a good comeback after I think she most definitely ran that up shot. Just trying to have a little throw in. Christine here, though, for her birdie.
And she is on a tear.
And she has got pedal to the metal. 3 of her last 4 were birdies. And she's just trying to continue to extend this lead. I mean, the way she's playing, I feel like there's no real reason to play safe. She's throwing drives very, very well. She's putting extremely well.
And she has a great lead.
Yeah, just continue to play in that same kind of mindset to just keep the weekend rolling.
She likes to stick to her game plan, and that's fantastic. I'm tapping in for my par. And we're on to 16, which is a very, very narrow, tight fairway. The OB isn't really in contention here, but it is the thickness of both sides. It does go slightly uphill. It's 289 feet, par 3. I definitely feel that the birdies are hard to come by on this one.
Christine here getting a great flight, it looks like, and she's
Wow.
going to get inside the circle there. She says, hold on a second, I'll show you how to get a birdie.
That was one of the best shots I've seen on this hole.
Diana getting a good shot on hers, it looks like. Hitting a little early will be in circle 2. Yourself here, lacing one down the middle.
Faded out a little earlier, shorter, but it was smack in the middle of the fairway, which is really ideal for this hole.
Ashley just a little low. Oh, and it skips all the way up to the bucket.
She's proving me wrong.
Replay. Yeah, these
Look
ladies
at
are
that.
like, wait, we can birdie this hole.
I love it. Prove me wrong.
Oh, and that is going to be a tap-in birdie there for Ashley. Great shot.
That has to feel amazing. I unfortunately keep coming up short on my birdie bids. But easy tap in par.
Hey, you're not getting the birdies, but you're not getting the bogeys very often, so.
That is true. Christine with an easy birdie.
She was very, very close as well.
Well-earned birdies on this hole 16.
Would you rather have a round where you played like 8 birdies, 8 bogeys? Or would you rather just play like even par the entire round?
Oh, I think I would have to say depending on what the course is, because sometimes if there shouldn't be bogeys, I think it takes away from those birdies. So I would prefer to have a mellow round. What about you?
I agree with your answer that depending on the course, but I hate bogeys, so
Same.
if I had to, I'd probably take the
But I also hate
the
missing
entire
these
way
birdies.
through.
Missing these birdies are very frustrating.
That's a tough question to answer, I say.
Hole 17 is a beautiful island hole. It is only 180 feet, but it definitely has a little bit of a tighter angle. It is a par 3, and the island does play as a hyzer, or excuse me, as a hazard.
Christine, oof.
Yes.
Very tight, but it's going to catch that wall and stay in. Ashley up next here.
I definitely feel like the forehand play is definitely the key here.
Wow, it looked like she almost grabbed that one.
Yeah, that was a good ace run. I like to see the flight because you can't see this when we're at the tee pad. Oh, she inside bullseye.
Yeah. Making light work of this hole.
3 forehands and a lefty. I was a little outside, but it hit the tree and sat down. This tree is smack in the middle of the basket. So I was committing to the putt and I thought I had it.
No. It looks so good. Christine is going to tap in and have 4 birdies in a row there. She's on an absolute tear on this back 9.
Ashleh catching up to me with that gorgeous birdie there. And Diana with the birdie.
Couple good birdies here. I feel like you should have had a birdie there, but hey, par's not bad on this hole.
Infamous hole 18. Main thing is to try to get through this tight gap. It is a par 3, 399 feet. When you get out here into a landing zone, have a good approach to this beautiful green. There is a lot of hazard right there by the green, and there is OB all the way to the left-hand side as well as behind the green.
Christine here with a great shot. She's going to get out to the fairway. She doesn't really need a whole ton here to secure the victory, so I would assume that she's just throwing a good shot to get up and down for par. Ashley up next.
Ashleh crushed this.
What a shot. It looked like it was a little tight, but got through that gap and out there to maybe even inside circle too.
Diana getting out in the landing zone as well.
Good turnover for her. This is a tough gap to hit, I would bet, for her. Herself here, going with the flat hyzer. Hanging it a little right.
And it hit that low-hanging branch and shot right down, but it was still in fairway.
What an upshot.
Yeah, that was great.
Look at
That
you
was
go.
MVP
Got yourself to
Vision
circle
Bolt.
1.
Yes, gave myself a ability to get a putt.
Christine here.
Going again with her standstill. I absolutely love the commitment.
And what a shot. She's going to be inside the circle for par. Ashley here. Oh no. So it bounced and rolled a little bit, but still inside the circle for par.
Ooh, good bid. Just a little low, but it did sit. My par putt. Gave a little fist bump. I was actually excited about that one.
Yeah.
Knocking down
par
early
putt
on this hole is no one's ideal play.
Yeah. Way to finish the tournament strong there, Jessica.
Thank you.
Oh. She's going to miss just a little bit left. And unfortunately be tapping in for bogey. I will have you two tied at 5 over for the event. And there you have it.
Christine, our champion.
Christine Jennings, the 2022 CCR FPO champion.
She earned that every step of the way. Her first round was just set her up, and the rest of her play just was impeccable.
We'd like to present to you your 2022 CCR Open FPO champion, Christine Jennings. Good shooting.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for all your hard work. It was really awesome.
And there you have it. The 2022 CCR Open for the FPO coverage. Congratulations and once again to Christine Jennings for the 11 down overall at 3 good scores, I would say. She shot 7 down even and then 4 under. Overall, a very good score for the weekend. Congratulations to yourself as well for a good finish there, Jessica.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And tied for a podium third place finish. Chantel shot a fire third round, so congratulations to her for shooting up to second place from Chase Card.
Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Happy hucking.